Hi, Pam Washington here from Build My Cleaning Business, and I have a fun topic today. I actually am going to answer a question. So I got a question from a lady. She was asking about quality control and about inspection processes, and she had sort of a four-part question. She wanted to know how often she should do them. Let's see, I'm going to put these over here. How often she should do them, and she wanted to know how to standardize them, and she wanted to know, exactly how to perform, and she wanted to know whether or not she should share the results with her client. So I'm going to answer those questions, and I'm actually going to give you sort of four things to consider, four considerations regarding her questions. So the first thing I want to say is congratulations, the fact that you understand that you need to have a quality control process, that you need to have a system in place, and that it needs to be standardized. Thumbs up. That is excellent. That's a really good start. So with regard to how often, so here's what I recommend. I recommend a ratio of anywhere from 1 to 10 to 1 to 15. So what I mean by that is 1 inspection for every 10 to 15 service visits. Now this could actually apply to residential or commercial cleaning. So somewhere between every 10 and 15 servicings should have at least 1 inspection. But there are some caveats to that. The first one is if you've had a complaint. And actually, you know what, before I get into when and how and etc., let's talk a little bit about exactly what a quality control inspection looks like. So it needs to be standardized and it needs to be objective, not subjective. So I use a ranking system, and here's what I do. I take the scope of work that I got either from a commercial or a residential, proposal, and I change that into a checklist so that my cleaner knows exactly what we agreed to do. It could be a written checklist if you want to go old school, or it can be electronic. You can use something like Docs2Go. There are plenty of technology that you can use. And then what I do is, so let's say here's your checklist. It's basically like a fancy spreadsheet, really. And so this is what it looks like. So along here you have your tasks, and so they go, so here's the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and if it's an office facility, okay, they don't have bedrooms, maybe they have a conference room. And then across here you can have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay? Now you can take that exact same document and use it to create the quality control checklist. So right here, it is a job site checklist, but now that exact same document becomes a quality control checklist. You use the exact same format, but across the top here, instead of having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you have a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you rate each task according to how well it was, how good it looks when you go to do the quality control. So the inspection, So here's the conference room, here's the bathrooms, here's the break room, kitchen. So you give your cleaner a score, on how the things look. And so I was talking about how often you need to perform the quality control inspection. One of the determinants is going to be anytime you have a complaint, you need to increase the rate at which you are performing inspections. So we started with 1 to 10 somewhere between every 10 and 15 visits. But if you've had a complaint, then you need to increase it until you're sure that things have calmed down. The other reason that you would increase it is depending on what sort of scores the inspection is producing. So if you had, and we have scores that are strictly numeric. So just like in grade school where you had scores A, B, C, D, and F, a score of 96 to 100 is an A, 95 to about 87 is a B, 87 to 80 or so is a C. And for me, anything at a C or lower is not acceptable. So if your quality control inspection score results in 87% or less, it's time to increase your inspections, and also maybe add some additional training and coaching for your cleaner. The fourth consideration that you want to think about is when you have either a new or a substitute cleaner. That's going to impact and likely increase the frequency of your inspections. And then the final component that you want to take into consideration is if you have new equipment, chemicals, supplies, or if you have a new boss. If the person that you report to at this account, if it's commercial, or if in a residential you used to deal with the husband and now all of a sudden the wife is the person that you're talking to, she may have a different set of expectations, and so you're going to need to think about increasing the rate at which you perform your inspections. And then whether or not it's appropriate to share, I think it really depends on your client. If it's a giant account or you have somebody that's really kind of controlling and nitpicky, hard to please, very specific, then I would offer that, but I wouldn't just submit them without being asked to do it. So that are your 4 considerations on creating a quality control system for your cleaning service business that is effective and simple to use and simple to implement. So that does it for today. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.